Aye, a connoisseur's pursuit. We're after the total package. Not just any dancer will do. We need someone who embodies the spirit of Goldshire, someone who can captivate and mesmerize with every move.
It's not just about the show, lads. It's about finding the perfect blend of skill, personality, and, well, you know, the kind of performer who can make you forget your troubles and transport you to another world.
The flickering torches of Goldshire Inn cast long shadows as 5 stout dwarves huddled near a crackling fireplace. The warmth of the fire was a stark contrast to the chill of the night outside, creating a cozy haven for their gathering. Ale flowed freely, its warmth competing with the anticipation burning in their hearts. Each dwarf took a hearty swig, savoring the rich, malty flavor that seemed to fuel their excitement. This was no ordinary gathering at the famed inn. The air was thick with the promise of adventure, and the dwarves could feel it in their bones. These dwarves, Juan-E, Mate, Bird, Becoles, and Loren, were on a quest for the ages. They had traveled far and wide, each with their own reasons for seeking the perfect stripper. Their goal? To find the perfect stripper amongst the renowned dancers of Goldshire. Each performance they witnessed was a step closer to their ultimate prize.
It's about finding the perfect blend of skill, personality, and, well, you know, the kind of dancer who can make you feel alive, who can make your heart race with every twirl and leap.
Each dwarf held a different vision of perfection. Their individual desires and dreams shaped their quest, making it as unique as each of them. Becoles, the group's healer, sought a dancer with grace and precision, someone whose movements were a form of art. He believed that true beauty lay in the elegance of motion. Juan-E, ever the romantic, dreamed of a stripper with beauty beyond compare. He longed for a performer who could capture his heart with a single glance. Bird, the tallest of the group, was drawn to those who defied expectations. He admired dancers who brought something new and unexpected to the stage. Mate, the scholar, craved intellect and wit. He sought a dancer who could engage his mind as well as his senses, someone who could challenge him with their cleverness. And Lauren, the animal lover, sought a connection with nature, even amidst the revelry. He hoped to find a dancer who shared his love for the natural world, someone who could bring a touch of the wild to their performance. With a rousing cheer and a final swig of ale, the dwarves dispersed into the bustling inn, ready to begin their individual quests. The night was filled with promise, and each dwarf felt a surge of determination. The night was young, the music was lively, and the possibilities endless. The inn was alive with the sounds of laughter and music, creating an atmosphere of excitement and anticipation. Their journey would lead them to unforgettable encounters, hilarious conversations, and a deeper understanding of what truly mattered. Each interaction brought them closer to their goal and to each other. This was more than a search for the perfect stripper. It was a journey of self-discovery, a quest that would test their resolve and their friendship. This was a quest for self-discovery, fueled by ale, laughter, and the enchanting allure of Goldshire Inn. As the night wore on, the dwarves knew that whatever the outcome, their bond would be stronger for it.
Aye, her technique is remarkable. It's not just the way she moves, but the precision and control she exhibits. Every step, every gesture, it's like she's casting a spell with her body.
Becoles, his beard neatly braided and his healing staff held firm, was a healer of great renown. His skills were known far and wide, and his dedication to the craft was unmatched. One evening, he found himself drawn to a stage bathed in soft green light. The ambiance was almost magical, pulling him in with an irresistible force. On that stage, a dwarf with fiery red hair and a mischievous grin was captivating the audience. Her movements were fluid, her presence commanding. The crowd roared her name, "Boobs McGee!" They were entranced, and Becoles could see why. She had a charisma that was undeniable. Becoles watched, mesmerized, as Boobs moved with an unexpected fluidity. Her dance was more than just entertainment. It was an art form. Her dance wasn't just seductive, it was a carefully choreographed performance of strength and agility. Each movement was deliberate, each step a testament to her skill. He found himself appreciating the way she used her entire body, the way her movements flowed seamlessly from one to the next. It was like watching a master at work. The seamless transitions, the grace with which she moved, it all spoke of years of practice and dedication. Beacles couldn't help but be impressed.
Amazing, isn't she? It's not just about the dance, it's about the story she tells with every movement.
A voice startled him from his reverie. He turned to see a female dwarf standing beside him. She had kind eyes and a tankard of ale in her hand. Her presence was warm and inviting.
Aye, her technique is remarkable. It's like she's weaving a spell with her movements.
The dwarf chuckled, a sound that was both hearty and infectious.
You sound like you're describing a healing spell. The precision, the control, it's all very similar.
Well, in a way it is. Healing is about precision, about knowing how to move your body to achieve the desired effect. It's an art form in its own right, just like boobs up there. Every movement she makes is deliberate, calculated. It's like she's casting a spell on the audience. He gestured towards the stage, his eyes filled with admiration. Just like in healing, every movement has a purpose.
He spent the next hour in deep conversation with the dwarf, who turned out to be a fellow healer named Bryn. They found common ground in their shared passion for their craft. They discussed the intricacies of their craft, the techniques they had mastered, and the challenges they had faced. The importance of timing and rhythm in both healing and dancing became a focal point of their discussion. They realized how much their skills overlapped. The surprising parallels between healing and dancing were a revelation. Both required a deep understanding of the body and a precise control over movements. Boobs McGee's performance became a shared experience, a point of connection that transcended the usual tavern banter. It was a moment of mutual respect and admiration. As the night wore on, Beacles realized that his quest wasn't just about finding the perfect stripper. It was about finding someone who shared his passions, someone who understood the beauty of skill and dedication. It was a quest for connection, for understanding, for finding a kindred spirit in the most unexpected of places. In Boobs McGee and the conversation she sparked, he found a glimpse of that connection. It was a reminder that passion and dedication could be found in many forms, someone who appreciated the beauty of skill and dedication even in its most unexpected forms. It was a lesson in humility and admiration. And in that moment, Beacles realized that his journey was about more than just healing or dancing. It was about finding the connections that made life meaningful. And in Boobs McGee and the conversation she sparked, he found a glimpse of that connection. It was a night that would stay with him, a reminder of the unexpected beauty in the world.
Aye, lad, truly a masterpiece.
Juan E., a hopeless romantic with a penchant for voluptuous figures, found himself drawn to a stage bathed in a warm, inviting glow. The atmosphere was electric, filled with anticipation and the soft murmur of the crowd. The stage lights cast a golden hue, creating an almost ethereal ambiance that seemed to promise something extraordinary. A human woman with curves that could launch 1,000 ships graced the platform. Her presence was magnetic, and every eye in the room was drawn to her. She moved with a grace that seemed almost otherworldly, each step a testament to her confidence and allure. Her name, whispered like a prayer by the mesmerized crowd, was Double H. The name echoed through the room, a soft chant that grew louder with each passing second. It was clear that she was not just a performer, but a legend in her own right. With each sway of her hips and every suggestive twirl, Double H captivated Juan E's attention. Her movements were deliberate, each one designed to draw the viewer in, to make them feel as though they were the only person in the room. Juan E could feel his heart race, his breath quicken as he watched her. Her movements were a symphony of seduction, each gesture accentuating her ample assets. The way she moved was almost hypnotic, a dance that seemed to tell a story of passion and desire. It was a performance that left little to the imagination, yet promised so much more. He leaned forward, his eyes wide with admiration and a touch of awe. It was as if he was seeing beauty for the first time, a beauty that transcended mere physical appearance. He was completely entranced, unable to look away.
Magnificent, aren't they?
Aye, lad, truly a masterpiece.
See, that's where you're wrong. Too much of a good thing, I say. You need balance, proportion. It's not just about the size or the shape, but how everything comes together. It's about harmony, about creating something that is greater than the sum of its parts. Like a well-crafted axe, not too heavy, not too light. It needs to be balanced, to feel right in your hands. The same goes for beauty. It's not just about one feature standing out, but about how all the features complement each other.
Intrigued, Wani spent the next hour debating the finer points of feminine beauty with the seasoned warrior. They delved into the nuances of attraction, discussing not just physical attributes but also the intangible qualities that make someone truly captivating. They discussed the merits of various cup sizes, the ideal waist-to-hip ratio, and the importance of a woman's overall presence. It was a conversation that opened Wani's eyes to new perspectives, challenging his previous notions of beauty and the importance of a woman's overall presence. They talked about how confidence and charisma could elevate someone's attractiveness, making them stand out in a crowd. As the night wore on, Wan-Yi started to question his initial assumptions. He realized that his previous focus on physical attributes alone was too narrow, too simplistic. Perhaps perfection wasn't about sheer size, but about the way a woman carried herself, the confidence she exuded. It was about the way she made others feel in her presence, the energy she brought into a room. Double H's performance, while visually stunning, began to feel a tad one-dimensional. It was as if something was missing, an element that went beyond the physical. By the end of their conversation, Wani realized that true beauty was about more than just physical attributes. It was about the essence of a person, the qualities that made them unique and unforgettable. It was about the way a woman commanded attention, the spark in her eyes, and the confidence she exuded. These were the qualities that truly made someone stand out, that made them beautiful in the truest sense of the word. Double H might have possessed the curves, but it was the conversation with the veteran that truly opened his eyes. It was a lesson that would stay with him, shaping his understanding of beauty for years to come.